So this area right here raked out pretty good. Back at it this morning, and there's my pile of pine pulpwood. So I just kind of lightly ran over this with the rake yesterday and kind of got all the big stuff out. So now all that's left to do is hopefully burn this pile later today. There's some rain coming, so it should be a little safer to burn. Actually looks like it fell a few drops. Maybe that's just a dew or something. But I got a lot of stuff to burn, so I hope it does start raining. But I'm gonna go up here this morning and clean up all the logs that I cut yesterday and get those in a pile right here and ready to load out. Friend's coming back for another load this morning, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start taking more trees down along that property line over there. So yeah, pretty much got everything pushed over here and ready to burn once the weather allows it. And I got all that cleared yesterday and kind of raked over, so you can kind of see that a little bit better now. Come in here at the end and knock this dirt down once all these logs are out, clean all this up, and he's going to move his scrap collection over there. That'll really dress this backyard up nice and have a nice view of the pond once the burn pile's gone. Let's knock some trees down up here at the house. So all these are sweet gum trees. I'm going to try to leave that oak tree there. I left a poplar tree there. The sweet gum trees are like the nuisance tree of the South. They provide good shade, but other than that, they are a nuisance. You can cut it off at the ground, it'll sprout right back. They drop these little, they call them gumballs, but each tree probably drops 1,000 of them or more. And they're about the size of gumballs, but they have little prickly spikes all over them. And they hurt your feet when you walk on them, and when you cut the grass, they fly out like rocks everywhere. It's like pine cones, but like an eighth of the size on pine trees. But the wood's not good for anything. They're just, I hate them. They make railroad ties out of them, that's about it. And pallets. Dozer at. Okay, I'm not gonna hit it. Come on. To do the old-fashioned swing, get a little momentum, and boom down. Works every time. When it doesn't work, you do it again. And since that one had plenty of sunlight, it's got a billion branches, and I am not trimming all those off. Up. We're going to break them off, hopefully not get hit, but if we do, we're not going to lose anything because our windshield's already broke. There's a little clay down there after all. But I am going to cut one log out of each of those. Dozer, that would just be the highlight of my day right there. I'm gonna walk these over nice and open because I'm tired of crawling over logs to cut logs. So I'm pretty much just cutting enough to make one more load, and then I've come to the conclusion that it's not worth my time to sit here and cut more, because I'm pretty much doing it for free. And I'd much rather sit in here. And it's about to rain, so I think I can finally burn. We had a pretty good little dew last night, so I'm probably going to go down there. I stirred the fire around a little bit just to see which general area, I guess the way the wind was going to blow. And it's kind of blowing this way, but towards the back, so I may throw a little something on there just to kind of keep a little hot spot, so when it does start raining, I'm not out there in the rain trying to get a fire going. If I can keep just a little small campfire going there, pretty much, it'll just make life a little easier. Throw a little bit of stuff on the fire to keep it going, and then come back up here and take some more trees down. And I have cut all of the hardwood pulpwood I should need to finish the loadout. The rest of it is going in the fire. We got to get this knocked out, quit wasting time saving pennies. But since I'd already cut enough, I wanted to make sure that I had enough for a load. If not, then I really am wasting time cutting all that to burn it. I did get the fire back going, which did not take much effort at all. I just pretty much raked it around and piled up some stuff, and while I was over here clearing, it started back pretty good, so that should keep that going, so when it does start raining later on this afternoon, I can really pile the stuff on there and start getting rid of all this stuff, because it is adding up quickly. sometimes it knocks what's left of dirt off of them. Before they go into the burn pile. Trying to get me too. Hope that didn't bend my reel. No, looks good. Trying to get that branch off of it. Trees are after me on this job for some reason. Grab that last one. There we go. Got it. That's probably what I needed to finish the load. I got another probably grapple full over there. Just as extra. It's probably going to all fit on there though. He'll be here in about 25 minutes. So I'm about surrounded by brush piles now. And I've cut a few more trees up over here. I'm gonna go clean those up real quick. It's finally starting to sprinkle. But unfortunately the wind is blowing the absolute worst direction that it could possibly blow. This has been a aggravating battle the whole time I've been here. Right up there towards the house. Oh well, just once it starts raining, just keep adding a little to it. So it came a little rain shower. There's more on the way later on, but it was enough where, well, not really enough, but it made me feel a little better about putting more brush on the fire. And now that the fire's nice and hot, kicking the smoke up in the air straight up, so it's not really lingering on. So I'm stacking it on there pretty good, not getting crazy with it. But I want to go ahead and get rid of this pile right here, and I'll probably hop on the dozer later on when I clear some more of that up, kind of before all that rain comes tonight, kind of run over all this and get it pushed up as much as possible, because as you can imagine, it's a little easier to root rake when it's dry versus when it's all mud. But kind of right now, my main focus is getting rid of as much of this mess as I can. And it is a lot. A little more than I anticipated. When I priced this job, it was raining every day, so I'd kind of figured on burning as I went. I was able to do that some, but we had that dry spell, and I didn't want to leave a big fire unattended for days at the time. But it's going to be a good burning day today, this evening. Well, it's already 1 o'clock, 1:30. So I'll be here well into the dark. Bad thing about that sand is when you push it with the dozer, you get a fair amount at the bottom of the blade, so you end up with almost like a row of dirt where you stop pushing up brush. See it right here? So you kind of got to rake it out. I've got everything laid in here just perfect to grab it. You lay that stuff in there all crisscross. Oh, it'll make you want to pull your hair out trying to grab the stuff later on. Evidently, I packed it in here pretty good too. Stack the fire up good, and kind of got an itch to go play on the dozer now that I talked about it. I like my dozer. It sounds like a Honda Civic going about 40 miles an hour in first gear, and from what I've heard is they all sound like that, so I know a few people that have them, so I don't think the motor's about to blow up in it, but it definitely sounds a little different, that is for sure. Throw a little more over it and then go stack the fire back up. Burning good, burning good. So got a nice little sprinkle. Nothing major. I know it's kind of hard to tell the size of the burn piles, but excavator brush pile. So real nice and hot right there. I'm trying to keep putting the brush towards the other end so the fire will maybe try to spread down that way towards the hole I dug over there, but fires do weird things and really don't want to travel through piles. But I'll keep stacking it on there and getting all this crap burn up. Probably grab another grapple full or two of that, put right there on top of it, and I think I'm ready to hop on the dozer and push a little bit. Starting to open up now. Just took the dozer and pushed all the piles down there. I left a gap in between those so that I can get back in between them and push them with the dozer once I move that big pile. A lot of stuff. I've been busy. Everything I've pushed down here, I've gotten into a pile, and most of it is on the fire. I'm gonna let that burn down some. I'm gonna hop on the dozer before it gets completely dark and push that stuff over here in those couple piles, and that'll be everything that I have cleared. Hopefully I can get burnt, because I don't know what the weather's gonna look like next weekend when I get time to be here. Because I've got to probably clear another quarter acre, half acre or so over there. So there'll be more stuff to burn, but I'm trying to eliminate how much I have to burn. Alright, last video before dark here. Stacking the fire up. I burned a lot of stuff. There's still a fair amount of stuff left, but I'm going to burn pretty much everything I can grab right here and get rid of as much as possible. After the past year we had, I never thought I'd be wanting it to rain, but here we are. Barely had enough rain to make it safe. Through some of that stuff and sort it out while it burns down some more. About going to be enough stuff for it for right now. Maybe one more. That burn down some more. Well, it's just kind of a waiting game. I got a little bit, well, you can't even hardly see it. A little bit more to put on there. I was going to kind of let it burn down a little bit, then hang out with it for a little while. But yeah, should burn pretty good. In fact, it is burning pretty good. Now that's a toasty fire. Luckily it's a nice drizzling rain, kind of keep everything soaked down. There's a lot of embers. Well, there's always that many embers, you just can't see them during the day. I'll stay here for a little while longer and let that die down some. Well, that's a wrap for tonight. Volvo's got good headlights though. Fire's gonna burn down good. I just walked in the woods, everything's nice and wet, so it'll be alright. About a 15-hour day, so I've had enough for today. Let's see if I can walk over here without a ember landing on my neck. About 2 or 3 hours, that'll be burnt down to pretty much a pile of coals. Heck, the ashes are 4 foot out of the ground. Alright, hope you enjoyed.